Hi, good evening, everyone. So, with the amount of influenza going on right now and the amount of viral fevers and colds and coughs and swine flu, which is becoming kind of dangerous all over the country, there are a couple of things that we need to keep doing to boost our immunity. After all, immunity is the first and last line of defense in the human body. No matter what medication you take, what medication you're on, what medication you need to be on, we can never forget that our human body is built with an intelligence and brilliance. It's a system so intelligent, it's called your immunity. And that is the system which will protect you. That is the system which will prevent. And that is the system that will help you heal. Now today, with all the influenza going on and all the virals, we first need to understand why are we having so many kinds of virals. And virals are no longer the same. Today, people are experiencing virals in many different ways. The recovery time has become so much more. People have to resort to medication to heal from a viral. A few years ago or even months ago, people could just take some rest, have hot liquids, change their diet a little bit, and they would recover over time with virals. But today, people have virals accompanied by so much of body pain, knee pain, joint pain, back pain, pain in their ribs. And they take like even a month to recover after taking antibiotics and heavy medication. As you can see, the problem of antibiotic resistance is becoming more and more dangerous, and the whole superbug syndrome is plaguing the entire planet. But now let's get straight to the point. There is something that you can do to start boosting your immunity right now. There are many things, right, from eating broccoli to vitamin C and all of that stuff. But today what we're going to talk about is one super powerful spice that exists in almost all of our households. And we're going to understand how to make a tea out of the spice. And right now, if you're going through a viral, right now, if you're going through a cough and cold, or your children are going through coughs and colds, or even people who are going through swine flu, you have to continue the treatment that you're administered by your doctor. But this is something that can boost your immunity, and we're going to understand exactly how it works. Now, if you're a fan of Thai food and you eat a Thai curry, which is made the authentic way, you'll see a little spice which is shaped like a flower. It's called a star anise. And in Hindi, it's called a chakra phul. Now, this spice is available all over India, and it is actually native to China. It also grows in Japan, but a word of caution. The Chinese star anise, or the star anise that grows in India, is the right star anise that we have. There is an FDA warning on the star anise that is produced in Japan because that's extremely toxic. So we need to make sure that we have the right star anise when we go through this entire recipe today. First, let's understand the power of this spice. Why when it comes to virals, why when it comes to influenza, why when it comes to swine flu. If you've heard of the common drug, it's called Tamiflu. Tamiflu is used for colds and coughs and virals. It's used to treat influenza, and it is also used in the treatment of swine flu. It contains one particular very powerful ingredient called shikimic acid. And pharmaceuticals get the shikimic acid from the star anise spice. So technically, if we start including star anise in our diet in the right way, it boosts our immunity almost immediately. It's one of the richest sources when it comes to spices in vitamin A, vitamin C, and the B vitamins, which are all the vitamins which contribute to great immunity when it comes to prevention and when it comes to healing as well. We also need to understand that vitamin C and antioxidants that the star anise contain helps you with the repair and recovery of your body. When we eat toxic food, when we breathe toxic air, when we have the wrong oils in our diet, we produce something called free radicals. When we have too many free radicals in our body and less antioxidants, these free radicals create inflammation. And as we all know by now, inflammation is the root cause of heart disease. Inflammation is the root cause of most cancers as well, because cancer is an inflammatory disease. So we need to eat foods which are rich in antioxidants. So the more free radicals our body produces, the more antioxidants you have to neutralize the free radical and keep us healthy. The next important benefit of star anise, it is an antifungal. Now, a lot of us have candida. We all have candida in us. But the moment our immunity drops, the candida overgrowth happens. Now, where do we have candida? We have it in our throats, we have it in our mouth, we have it in our gut, mainly in our gut. And most women will find this in their genital region. So when you have thrush or you have a candida, vaginal infection or discharge, it's usually due to candida. This is a bacteria that exists in all of us. But the moment immunity drops, you have a candida overgrowth. And that's one of the main reasons that contributes to the inability of women to lose weight, or the bloating, flatulence, acidity, and all of that stuff. But again, more important right now pertaining to today's subject is if you have candida, you have low immunity. Now, star anise is antifungal. It has the ability to break down excessive candida growth in the human body, which makes it extremely important for men and women to include the spice in their diet. And as we reach the end of this video, I'm going to give you a simple way of including the spice in the diet. The second thing, when it comes to joint pain and rheumatoid arthritis, using star anise, it contains an ingredient called thymol, which is anti-inflammatory, highly anti-inflammatory. So when it comes to joint pain and rheumatoid arthritis, it's a disease of inflammation again. So we want to have an anti-inflammatory diet that reduces inflammation and reduces our pain. While there are allopathic drugs to treat us, we should always remember it is only treating the symptom, or it is suppressing the symptom. That's why you need to be on medication for long periods of time, because it's never really healing you. It's just taking away the symptom, or it's suppressing it. And if that's great, we need it to take away the pain. But it's also extremely important to address the root cause, because a suppressed symptom will eventually manifest itself into something worse. Digestion. When it comes to digestion, star anise is extremely calming on the digestive system, known to reduce acidity, known to reduce indigestion, flatulence, and bloating. Menopause. Because of its high estrogenic properties, star anise is also great for women who are hitting menopause and are going through menopause, because what happens in menopause is your estrogen goes down and your progesterone goes up. So eating foods rich in estrogen, healthy estrogen, the right estrogen from wholesome foods will actually take away many of the side effects and symptoms that menopausal women go through. Coughs and cold. If your child has a cough and cold, if you have a cough and cold, make the simple tea that I'm going to talk about right now to ease the cough and cold, because it's antiviral, it's antimicrobial, it's antibacterial, it's antifungal, and it's anti-inflammatory. As you can see, nature gives you everything that you need to have a healthy body. But a word of caution: if you have an ovarian cancer, or you have breast cancer, or you have any disease that is caused by excessive estrogen, star anise may not be the best spice for you. Okay, so how do we get this into our diet right now if we want to boost immunity, or if we know people who are going through influenza, swine flu, or virals? You take hot water, you boil hot water, you put 2 star anises in a medium-sized mug, about 250 ml mug. You add the hot water to the star anise in the mug, and then you cover it, let it steep for about 15 minutes, and then you drink that. Now, how many liquids are you going to drink when we're doing jeera water, ajwain water, lemon water, and all of these things? So the simple thing that you can do is, when you made your jeera water and it's oil boiled, you can add that to a mug which has 1 or 2 star anise in it. So now you have your jeera, ajwain, and you have the health benefits of star anise. This is how you enhance your health, by constantly adding, constantly building, and constantly, improving the variety of nature into your diet. So all of you who are doing the jeera water, the ajwain water, if you're doing that, all you need to do now is add it to a mug with 1 or 2 star anise. Again, it is extremely important that you use the Chinese star anise, or the star anise that grows in India, and not the Japanese one. Extremely important. So you put these 2 things together. There's one more thing that we have to talk about. It's called bioavailability. Now, for the star anise properties, that shikimic acid, which is so powerful for your immunity and health, to work even better, if you pair it with a food that is rich in quercetin. Quercetin is found in onions. Quercetin is found in most fruits. The fruit that has the most quercetin is an apple. So if you have an apple followed by your mug of star anise tea, the bioavailability of that is even better. And the apple, as we all know, when we go back again, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Why? Because it has malic acid, the right vitamins to boost your immunity. So it's coming back again into our very, very, busy and chaotic lives. Have an apple, if you can, followed by your mug of star anise or jeera, ajwain, star anise tea, and you will boost your immunity. This is something that people should start doing right now, because we are going through, I can call it an epidemic, because 1 in 3 people are being struck down by viral influenza and all of these conditions right now. So use it for prevention, use it for cure. Extremely important. Women who are going through an ER positive cancer, or ovarian, or anything to do with high estrogen, where estrogen should be minimized in your body, this is not for you. But for everyone else, Do it in moderation, add it to your system. You can't go wrong with nature. You can't go wrong when you have the right immunity. Children can have this as well in small quantities. So they can have a tablespoon or two of the star anise water. Extremely great for their gas and colic if they're going through it as well. Have a good night, everyone. Make sure you get 7 or 8 hours or even 6 hours of good, deep, quality sleep. So now's the time to put away your gadgets, put away your iPads, iPhones, switch off the TV, and keep that half an hour gap between now and bedtime. Read a book, make love, meditate, whatever it is, and get a good night's sleep, because sleep is the most important ingredient when it comes to building immunity. Good night, everyone.